Hey y'all, welcome back. It's your girl Nisi, and we are back on Nisi Says. And tonight, y'all talk about some truth for your ass. Did y'all watch All American this week? Did y'all watch it? Episode 7. If y'all did, we finna talk about it. We finna talk about it, okay? So, oh shit, I almost fell. Anyway, so now we are in Vegas. The summer in Vegas. You know, we're gonna recap the last episode. The closing scene was where Layla, she asked Spencer to, you know, be honest with her about what happened in Vegas this summer. So she she said she wanted honesty, and honesty is what Spencer was serving all night. Anyway, let me get my notes, y'all. Let me get my notes. But anyway, okay. Season 3, episode 7. The opening scene is we are at this badass hotel suite that Layla's dad got for the kids because we know Coop had their little summer tour in Vegas, so they all flew out to go to it. And Layla got her dad to hook them up with a private suite. And when I tell y'all this suite so freaking bad, I was like, damn. I wish I had friends like that in high school. Shit, we didn't do nothing like that. But anyway, we're in this badass suite. Everybody's talking. And Jordan and Simone, they I guess this is where they got close over the summer because they are all over each other, giving kissy faces, being all lovey dovey, grossing each other out. I mean, grossing everybody out, and yeah. So we pan over to Coop and Layla, and then we have Spencer and Patience. They're all there, and they're talking about how sweet, how nice it was that JP actually got this suite for them, and Layla slipped up and said that it was low key for Spencer, but she tried to backtrack like we didn't hear it. No, I think we all heard it. I don't know where they do that at, but child, they are at some casino. I think it's actually a private room that her dad rented out and rented those people to play casino with them, because I know good and dang on well they was not in no real casino. And I was just thinking, yeah, like these are high school kids. They drinking and everything in public. I know high school kids can get a hold to liquor and stuff, but they be out drinking, like ordering drinks from bars. Okay, so anyway, at the casino we have Coop and Patience, and they are over at the blackjack table, I think. And Patience, she's kind of, in a little bit of a rut because she's having a hard time, trying to decide whether or not she wants to let JP know that she really ain't trying to be the next Hannah Montana over there on JP Keaton's record label. She wants to sing her own songs, child. Patience, she wants to sing grown folk music. And shit, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Because, her songs are dope anyway. But anyway, so she's expressing that to Coop, and Coop just let her know, like, look, you an artist. I believe, we artists out here, we should have some type of creative control over the type of, content and music, for instance, in their case, music that we put out. We should have some type of, control in that. And I think you should tell them, tell them how you feel. What's the worst that could happen? He could say no. And I'm going to note this up in here. Spencer is losing all his money. He is just having terrible luck. Anyway, we're going to come back to that. Anyway, so we pan over, and Jordan and Layla, they're talking. And Jordan, he's telling Layla how much he loves Simone. How much he misses her when she's not around, and the fact that he's missing her now and she is in the restroom. Anyway, all the while he's saying this, he actually has on her purse, and that scene tripped me out because I was like, child, Simone has got him wide open. Anyway, so we see Layla, she gets into her feelings, and she looks and she sees Spencer across the room, and at this point we can tell she still has feelings for him. So she goes over and joins him at a slot machine, and they vibing, they having a good time, they talking, the mood is right, the vibe is right, everything is right except the chemistry. I mean, it wasn't anything bad per se, but it was just, I would say the chemistry was different. Everything was the same, but the chemistry dynamic, it was different this time with them. And I can see that Spencer noticed it, and Layla, she's kind of getting the vibe too that something is kind of off with them. We don't know what, well, we know, but they don't know just yet what it is. And before the scene ends, she's ready to go to her room, and she looks back and she tells Spencer, to cheer up about losing all of his money on the first night, because his luck may change if he would just bet on the right thing or something like that, she said. And we all know what that means. She trying to win her some Spencer. Okay, so now we are back at this suite, and the night's winding down. Everybody, they chilling, winding down, and Spencer and Jordan, they're talking. And Spencer is just still amazed at how much how kind Layla's dad is being to them by getting them that hotel suite. And Jordan was like, "Child, this is for you. They like, this was definitely not for us. I've been knowing Mr. Keaton all my life, and he ain't ever did nothing like this for me and none of Layla's other friends. So this was definitely the Spencer James treatment." And he was kind of asking him why he hadn't made his move on Layla yet. And Spencer, he seemed like he got a little bit kind of annoyed that Jordan actually the mention, the thought of him and Layla being together. It kind of, I don't know if it freaked him out, but he seemed kind of like annoyed. He was like, I'm not really on that. And, this ain't even what this about. I'm here to kick it with my boys and support my friend Coop. And, that's what I'm here to do. But anyway, he changes the subject every time, anybody mentions Layla, which is kind of a red flag for me. And now everybody is getting ready to go to bed. Go to bed, go out to the club, or do whatever. And it's just Spencer and Layla. They are the last two downstairs. And Spencer was like, "Well, yeah, I'm holler at you." And he proceeds to go upstairs. And Layla was like, wait, I was actually gonna go hang out with Coop later, but if you want, I can stay and we can, have another drink. And know what that means, another drink. She wanted a nightcap. Anyway, Spencer gave her like the lamest excuse. He was like, "Yeah, I gotta go check in with my moms and all this and that and the third." And I was like, "Check in with your mama, really?" Which I don't doubt. Knowing Grace, knowing how she is, she probably did. But at the same time, if he really wanted to, kick it with her, he would have just texted his mom and said, "Hey, I'm back at the hotel. Everything good, yada yada yada," and did whatever they was gonna do. But anyway, Layla, she was kind of she was low key salty about the curvation she just got from Spencer, but she sucked it up and she was like, "Okay, well, shoot, I'll um guess I'll see you tomorrow or another time." And he was like, "Yeah, well, we'll do that." He goes upstairs and we find out that he probably did check it with his mama, but when we got upstairs, the first call, we find out what he really wanted to get upstairs and do. He actually went upstairs to call Olivia and let her know about his day, and he actually invited her up to Vegas. And she was like, "I'll pass, on being the third wheel while you put the moves on Layla." And Spencer, he nipped that right in the bud. He was like, "I'm not putting any moves on Layla. Layla and I are not together." And he actually, confessed to Olivia that, something seemed off with him and Layla's chemistry, and, he really didn't know, really know what was going on, and he couldn't shake it. And at this moment, we see Spencer and Olivia's relationship kind of evolve from completely, brother sisterly platonic relationship to them, or at least Olivia thinking, or yeah, both of them thinking of each other in like a romantic way. So we see that. I don't know if they know it yet, but that's what I see in this scene. I'm like, oh, okay, so they starting to catch feelings at the end of that conversation. I sense that both of them caught. That was the night they caught feelings, right there. Anyway, so it's the next morning, and Spencer he wakes up in bed, and we see somebody coming in and pulling the blinds up, or pushing the little button and making the blinds come up. And lo and behold, it is Olivia over there dressed in all black, looking like she's ready to give Spencer a nasty little smack. Let me quit. Let me quit. But anyway, Olivia, she's there. She's surprised, and she was like, "Surprise! I'm here. It's Vegas. Let's have some fun." They get their day started, and they are actually downstairs. And on the way out, they run into Simone, and Simone, she's acting very, very strange. But they brushed it off. And Olivia was like, "What are you guys doing? You and Jordan doing this afternoon? Maybe we should hang out." And Simone was like, "Maybe not." So at this point, I'm like, what? Like, why is she being such a? Why is she being so rude? But yeah, it's something going on, and we gonna figure it out. I think I know, but I ain't gonna say nothing just yet. I think I know what they got going on. Okay, so Simone, she leaves. She done told Spencer, and she flat out told them, y'all can't come with it. Y'all gotta find something to do. So Spencer and Liv, they are planning their day, and Liv, she wants all the deets on Spencer and Layla. And Spencer, he's giving all these lame excuses about why he hasn't moved in on Layla, and why haven't they picked back up their relationship. And Olivia, she was not trying to hear it. She was like, okay, I'm sick of hearing these lame excuses. Maybe we should go out and get her a gift just to get your feet wet, and get everything back, and that'll be a start for you guys. So they are out on the town looking for some cheap shop so he can get Layla a gift. Okay, JP and Lil Jules. All right, so of course it's the next day, it's the next morning, and Layla, she's on her way out, and before she leaves, she actually stops and stops by to get her dad some breakfast. And she sees her dad and little Jules in there uh looking for new songs to put on little Jules album. So remember that they ain't even got the album together, and they looking for songs. And y'all know Patience got a song that she wanna talk to JP about. So okay, so Spencer's psychic reading. Alright, so we are Spencer and Olive. They are at this crystal store, I'm assuming. And they're looking for gifts for Layla. Olivia, she spots this beautiful crystal bracelet. I mean, not bracelet, this beautiful crystal necklace. I mean, that thing is gorgeous. Anybody knows me know that I love crystals. If you don't know, you know. I love crystals. But she notices this beautiful crystal necklace, and Spencer was like, "Oh, you think Layla would like that?" And Olivia, she was like, "It's too new agey for Layla. That's not her style." And here comes fake Miss Cleo. She comes in and she's like, "Oh, he's here for clarity. He's not here for that." And Liv, she was like, "Clarity? Clarity about what?" And she asked Spencer. And Spencer was like, "I don't know." She wanted said it. And Olivia was like, "Clarity about what?" Miss Cleo, she pointed at the sign. She was like, "Baby, it's gonna be $10." And I ain't mad at her. She was in there trying to sell her reading, and she got her one too. So they go back into the reading, and she's telling them about, of course, Spencer is there for clarity. And she was like, he's here for the girl is here for him. And, the usual blase stuff they tell you at those psychic readings. We all know. Anyway, she was like, Spencer is looking for clarity, and someone close to them is hiding something. And at this point, Spencer is over it. I mean, he is low key being kind of sarcastic and a bit rude at this point. But Liv, she's all into it. She was like, what, really? Who? Who, what, when, where, how? And, at this point, Spencer, he is annoyed because he was like, yeah, this is a load of crock. I'm just going to wait outside. And Olivia, she gets up. She goes to follow Spencer outside. And the psychic, she calls her back. And she was like, Olivia, you'll never find what you're looking for if you don't start being honest with yourself. And I think that had some significance to Olivia because the look on her face, she was like, yeah. So she was buying everything the psychic told her. Patience is song. So in the next scene, we get Patience, and she's in her hotel room. So she took Coop's advice, and she let JP know that she wasn't really comfortable with the songs that they had her singing. The kitty, bubblegum pop songs. She actually wanted to sing some of the songs from her songbook that she had written. And she's playing a few notes and she's singing a few lines for JP. And the song, it sounds great. Patience, she has a great voice. And JP, I ain't got to let y'all know that he liked it. Liked it enough to steal it and give it to his married side piece, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Okay, back at the suite, Spencer and Olivia, they're just making it back, and they're going back and forth over whether what the psychic said was true or whether it was a crock of shit. And Spencer, he's sticking to his gun. He was like, yeah, I'm not really trying to hear nothing about what that lady had to say. It's a load of crap. And Olivia, she was like, well, how does she know? How does she know all this? How does she know all that? And, they agreed to disagree on the part about, the love thing. So she was like, okay, so what about somebody's hiding something? And Spencer was like, I ain't hiding nothing. Did you hide something? And she was like, uh-uh. And Olivia, she got that look in her eye. She saw Jordan's backpack on the couch, and Spencer was like, I'm not in it. Don't you do it. I'm not in it. My name is Bennett, and I'm not in it. Anyway, so Olivia, she's rummaging through, Jordan's backpack, and she conveniently finds a folder with an envelope in it. And she opens the envelope, and lo and behold, it is a marriage license. Jordan and Simone, I was rude for y'all. Really. y'all rising my blood pressure. You hear me? You rising my blood pressure. But anyway, so Olivia and Spencer, they found these marriage license in Jordan's backpack. I mean, him and Simone done forged their parents' signatures and everything. So Spencer and Olivia, they sitting there on the couch with their arms crossed, waiting like they somebody, mommy and daddy. It's so cute to see them, to watch them play mama and daddy and Superman and Superwoman and everybody. It is so cute. That's probably why they get along so well. Anyway, Spencer and Liv, they finally get to confront Jordan and Simone about this marriage license, and they cannot get them to change their minds. I mean, those two are hell bent on getting married. Child, they don't want to hear nothing nobody got to say. So Olivia and Spencer, they had to, bite the bullet on that one. And they was like, well, shoot, if we can't beat them, we may as well join them and be a part of it and help them plan it as the best man and the bridesmaid. At this point, like, what are we going to do? They're going to do it anyway. So we may as well be supportive. So Layla and Coop are at the venue, All right, Layla and Coop, they are at the venue where Coop is supposed to be performing that night. And, I guess they checking out the venue, looking around, seeing everything. And Layla, she casually asked Coop to invite Spencer up early in case she might want to show him around or something. And Coop was like, girl, you say it. Anyway, she was like, girl, save it. We know that, yeah, I don't need to show him that. Spencer didn't come all this way to see me. You want to see him, so admit that to yourself and, just go ahead and get your boy and y'all patch this up so we can get back to our regularly scheduled life, please. And I understand where Coop was coming from, but child, I low key feel bad for Layla because they are boosting her head up. They boosting her up to low key get embarrassed, and she don't even know it. They don't even know it, but we know it. So I'm like, good pep talk, but I wouldn't do that if I was you. This is a lesson. Y'all always follow your instincts because your friends will lead you astray and have you out here looking stupid in these streets. Them $300 shoe. Okay. So, Simone and Liv, they are out, walking the strip. They're out to get shoes for Simone's wedding. And they are looking for tennis shoes or Jordans or something like that. And, they're talking, I'm thinking everything is going. And it gets sour when Olivia, she starts asking Simone all these questions about, how she envisioned her wedding. Did she envision it being in high school or at Vegas at a drive-through, marriage parlor? And, Simone, she held her own and she was like, look, I'm going to marry your brother, whether you like it or not. So either you gonna get with it or get gone, sis. And even though I don't agree with Simone and Jordan's decision to try to get married because it's too much. It's too much. Like it's too much. Too much to get into right now. But even though I don't agree with her and Jordan trying to get married, I can commend her for standing up for what she believes in and standing up to Olivia and letting her know, like, look, like, we sisters-in-law now, so either you gonna accept it or not, because it's happening. So, big ups to you, Simone. Big ups to you, girl. What's next? This bachelor party, y'all. Alright, so the next scene, we are back at the suite again. Jordan and Spencer, they are in there. And somebody done ordered some strippers for Jordan's bachelor party. I'm assuming. Because two strippers walk in. Coco and Tiffany with one F. They walk in. And we come to find out that JJ actually ordered the strippers. How conveniently that he conveniently forgot about on the day of Jordan's bachelor party. Yeah, you one lucky dude, Jordan. But anyway. So, they was like, okay, so, Spencer and Jordan, they were like, we didn't order strippers. But the girls, they was like, well, we've been paid for the hour, so you may as well get something out of it. And we don't do just stripping. And at this point, I was like, oh my God, please don't do that. But, they flip screen, and Jordan and Spencer, they are in there telling those strippers their whole life stories. They know everything from their mama's name to when Simone lied and told Jordan that it was his baby. And they, Coco and Tiffany with one F are in there just having a full-on debate about if Jordan and Simone should get married. Tiffany with one F is not having it. She ain't here for it. She team don't do it. And Coco, she is team I'm here for it. So they end up having a full-on debate. Lil Jules loves her new song. Okay, so the next scene we have Patience, and she's in her room, hanging out, and she gets a knock on the door, and it's Lil Jules, and she's coming, to thank Patience and to let her know that she loves her new song and that she's gonna put it on her new album, and that she's gonna do the song justice. And Patience is looking like, what, you heard my song? And she was like, yes, I love it. And I promise you, I'm going to make it sound good. Like, you're a genius. And at this point, I'm thinking either Lil Jules is a great actor or she really thought Patience was her ghostwriter or something like that. And, the dude lied to her and said that Patience wrote the song for her. So, Patience, she didn't say anything. She was just looking, she was going along with it because at this point, she don't know what to think. You're uninvited. So back at the suite, Jordan and Simone, they have headed up to here with all the haters and all the naysayers and all the people that's saying that they shouldn't get married. And child, they done told Spencer and Olivia all, they was like, look, we get married regardless of what y'all think or what y'all say. Either y'all can get with it or get on it. Matter of fact, give me them invitations back. Don't even come down with it. Anyway. And y'all, what I tell you, that scene had me too through because they really think that people out here hating on them. They really think that Spencer and Liv and everybody is just, they hating on them and they just don't know what they're talking about. But anyway, Patience finds out. Okay, so Patience, she after that the conversation she had with Lil Jules in her hotel room, she is mad as hell. She is, when I say speed walking down to JP's room, and before she gets there, from a distance, she sees him and he's laughing and kikiing with somebody, and she pauses and she sees him and Lil Jules kissing and full on making out, even though this lady is married, I think they said. So at this point, I think she's really pissed off because she thinks that they both have played her now. Okay, so Liv and Spencer, they have finally come to terms with, Jordan and Simone's decision to get married. And they decide to be a good best friend and a good sister to, go and be there and support Jordan through, what could be one of the greatest moments of his life or possibly the biggest mistake of his life. But either or, they gonna be there for and see him through it. The wedding. So they are at the draft the wedding parlor. And Jordan and Simone, they're up next. And they get a little bit of the cold feet. Well, Jordan gets a little bit of the cold feet. And, he starts asking Simone, like, is this a great idea? Is this something, that we should be doing? And ultimately, he ends up trying to talk himself out of it, but ended up talking himself back into it and ultimately proposing to Simone all over again. And she was like, why not? And so then we see Spencer and Liv. They walk in dressed in their Sunday's best for moral support. And so now we're at the altar. And Jordan, he gets to he's saying his vows. I think he has written out some vows. And at this moment, we hear Jordan, expressing his love and all the feelings that he has for Simone, and it's some beautiful vows. I can't remember everything he said, and I ain't gonna try to. But the vows, they're very beautiful, and it's almost as if everything that he's saying in this moment is everything that Spencer is feeling inside, for Olivia, and he never really realized or wanted to admit to himself or even say out loud for that, for that matter. But everything that Jordan is saying, Spencer we can see, he's actually feeling that, and the whole time he's looking at Olivia, and we see that light bulb go off in Spencer's head. We see that light bulb go off. That he knows now, that he knows that it's Olivia, that it's Olivia who he's madly in love with. We see that light bulb go off, ding 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 ding, and I'm like, finally, you finally got it, you finally caught on, cause I've been new, cause from way back in season 1, I've been new. And also in this moment, we get to see Olivia, get to be honest with herself in that moment about her feelings for Spencer, because when Simone starts saying her vows, it's like she's, strumming my pain with his finger. Anyway, saying my life with his words. So time, killing me softly with his song. Killing me softly with his song. Telling my whole life with his words. Killing me softly. Anyway. But it's like Simone is reading a page out of Liv's diary at this moment, and she is looking at Spencer, and in this moment we can see she can finally be honest with herself and just feel all the feelings and emotions that she has for Spencer, and actually just feel them and not guilt herself for feeling them in this moment. And we can see for this moment only, she gets that relief. She gets to be her true self, feel her real feelings in this moment. It may be short lived, but she finally gets a little bit of release from that. Liv is going home early. Okay, so what happened back at the drive-through wedding parlor must have had Liv shook, because she is back at the suite and she's packing her stuff faster than Celie was packing when she thought she was going with Suge. I mean, she was ready to get up out of there. And Spencer, he came, he was trying to convince her to stay. And in his doing so, he actually hands her a small gift sack. And she opens the gift sack only to reveal the necklace that she was in awe of at that crystal shop back, when they got that psychic reading, when they were looking for a gift for Layla. But come to find out, he didn't even get Layla no gift. He ended up buying the necklace that Olivia wanted. And, Olivia, she's looking at the necklace, and in this moment, she knows he's about to bust open. He's about to spill it. And she is crying. She's like, no, don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. He does it. He starts expressing his love for her. He lets her know that he not only loves her, but he is in love with her. And he don't know when, where, why, or how it happened. But all he knows is that what he feels for her, he hasn't felt for anybody, and he wants to be with her. And he pulls her in for a kiss, and they're kissing and they're making out, and they stop to think about Layla and Asher. And Olivia, she was like, we can't do this. And she lets him know that she has to go. So she grabs her bags and she walks out. So we pan back over. Meanwhile, the whole time, Coop and Layla, they are at of course it's the night of the show. Coop and Layla, they are back at the sound check, and Layla, she is fidgety at this point. She's all stirred up in her feelings and her emotions that she has for Spencer, that she needs to let off, and she is all fidgety. She is just all over the place. And Cooper's like, look, you need to go ahead and you need to go see Spencer. Y'all need to talk about this. You need to just go. My boy, he said he was waiting on you. So at this point, the ball is in your court. You need to go over there and go with your man because all this fidgeting and what you doing is disturbing my inner peace. Go get your man. I'ma be good. Terrible timing. Terrible timing, Coop. Oh, terrible timing. But anyway, terrible timing, terrible timing. But anyway, we switch back. We gonna back it back up. I'm back it back because I got ahead of myself. We gonna back it back up. So after Spencer, he didn't bust out and told Olivia about how he's feeling and everything like that. And they stopped kissing to think about Layla and Asher and the many reasons why them and what he just said, them being a thing could never work and will never work. And Liv, she just cannot, it's too much. She's overwhelmed. She can't take it. So she is, she told Spencer she gotta go. She hightailed it out of there. And, left Spencer there with all of this pent up, you know, tension and all of these emotions, and she left him there with that Marvin Gaye feeling, if y'all know what I'm talking about. When I get that feeling, I wanna, you know the rest. And yeah, she left him high and dry. You hear me? So we know Coop done sent Layla over there. So Spencer, he's calling Olivia, and she didn't answer. She didn't left and booked. She didn't booked her flight out to Mexico, and we know Asher's in Mexico. So she left, and he gets her voicemail, and he leaves her this long romantic voicemail, and he tells her, he's pretty much, you know, trying to get her to come back and letting her know, don't leave like, don't leave like this on this note. I just told you I bare my soul, and like, don't do that. Don't leave me like this. Don't leave me high and dry. I gotta know what's up. And he hangs up. As he's hanging up, we hear a knock at the door, and he gets all excited inside. I ain't gonna lie, look, he got excited too, because I'm like, yes, she came back. Yes, she came back. But anyway, he goes to the door and he opens it, and it's Layla. And we can see his face kind of drop a little bit. He's a tad bit disappointed, when he sees her. And Layla, she comes in and she spills out her emotions. She lets Spencer know that she loves him, loved him. She never stopped loving him. And she's thanking him for waiting on her and all this, that, and the third. And he starts kissing him and they're making out. And then she starts taking off Spencer's shirt. And I can see the look of regret in Spencer's face because he knows. He knows that what he's about to do, he is dead wrong for what he's about to do to Layla. Even though she initiated it, and Olivia left him with all that pent up frustration. He got to let it off somewhere. But he could have called Coco or Tiffany for that. He didn't have to do that to Layla. But, what's the brother gonna do? She right there. They in the moment. So he has sex with Layla, and I can almost guarantee you that he was thinking and wishing and hoping that it was Olivia the whole time. So he pretty much used Layla at that moment to let off his frustrations. And I think that's going to be the most hurtful part to hear about this trip in Vegas for Layla, because, child, you wanted the truth? Can you handle the truth, Layla? Can you handle the truth? Can you handle the truth? Anyway, that wraps up episode 7, you guys. And when I tell you, these episodes are just getting better and better by the week. Is there an episode 8? I gotta check and see. But on that note, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Before I leave, drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Like, thumbs up, and subscribe. And I also have a Facebook page, you guys, and Instagram, and the app called Likey. I'm gonna try to put the links up sometime. I'll be procrastinating. But anyway, on that note, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.